Hey everyone, my name is Samantha and I'm our business development manager here at Child and Family Development. I am so happy to have Sarah, our client accounts manager, here with us as well to go over some of her role here at Child and Family Development and some frequently asked questions that we get as well. I would love for Sarah to introduce herself and give her a little bit about her job description here.
Hi, I'm Sara Tideman. I am the Client Accounts Manager here at Child and Family Development, and I am responsible for all of the daily directing and supervising and coordinating of billing functions, accounts receivable, and providing quality, cost-effective care for our clients.
Awesome. We are happy to have you here with us today. So we're first just going to go over Child and Family Development's financial policy and what clients and clients' families can expect when they come into Child and Family Development and see that policy and have to sign it.
I have it here, so I'm going to go over briefly some of the different sections and what you can expect that you're going to be signing at the beginning of treatment. So first and foremost is the part saying that payment is due in full prior to treatment. So before we see your child, we do collect co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance, and any self-pay balance that is on the account. So that's the first point and the most important, I would say. But then also we go into talking about the different insurance that we accept. We do accept Medicaid for some services, which would require an authorization prior to treatment. And then also with any of our in-network insurance plans that have non-covered services or denied claims, that is member responsibility to contact your insurance and file any claims, or also, if it's an error and denial, calling them using your member power. These charges, if they are not covered, need to be paid within 30 days if they're outstanding. There is a subject of a 4% finance charge of any of these that are not paid within 30 days. For our clients, a lot of them are minors, so the parent or guardian is responsible for these financial charges and responsibilities. And then also, if it's a case of divorced family or things of that nature, foster parent, whoever initiates treatment is financially responsible. We also have a cancellation policy, so anytime a appointment is canceled less than 24 hours notice and not rescheduled, there is a cancellation fee or a late cancel fee. Same with no-show. And then on the next part of our financial policy, this is just an agreement with insurance disclosure. We do check our members' benefits for them as a courtesy. We call and go over everything that directly from your insurance company was told to us of what they will cover, what your benefits are. So we have an agreement here that will be signed saying that we contacted your insurance and you did as well, that you spoke with one of our members of client support and understand what these benefits are, and that you are subject to pay any balance in full that is not paid within 30 days with your carrier, and that you accept all financial responsibility for deductible, co-pay, co-insurance. And then lastly, we do have a waiver for self-pay. This is something that I can go a little more into detail, but we have self-pay rates if you're paying out of pocket. And this would just be a waiver saying that we have told you your insurance benefits and you're choosing not to file to insurance, but that you will be paying for your services in self-pay just out of pocket rate. And that's kind of the gist of it.
Awesome. And when can our clients and clients' families expect to see this financial policy for them to sign?
So you will get this policy at the intake, which would be through our Phreesia app, which is what we utilize for all of our forms, checking in. So we would send you all these forms over Phreesia a few days before treatment, and these would be included in that for you to read over and sign before coming to your appointment.
Awesome. Perfect. Another frequently asked question that we get often is if a child or a child's parents can get the exact amount for the visit that they will be coming in to see, whether that is our rehab team or our psych team or our educational team, and are they able to get that exact amount that they will owe after that visit?
Yes. So this can be very complicated because with insurance, even though we verify benefits and eligibility, sometimes things process differently. Also, clinicians just when they bill, it's what they did in treatment that day, and sometimes that can vary depending on what goes on in the session. So we cannot give 100% accurate, guaranteed amount that is going to need to be paid. But we do have the self-pay rate, which is set in stone, and you would know exactly what you'd be paying for that and can be a direct estimate. But as for estimate with insurance, it's not guaranteed 100%. I can give you an estimate, but that would just be a range.
Awesome. So just to kind of say what you said again, if they are running it through insurance, they aren't able to get an exact guaranteed amount, but if they are using a self-pay rate, that will be a guaranteed exact amount that they will owe. Awesome, thank you. Does Child and Family Development offer any self-pay rates, and what do those look like?
Yes, so we have self-pay rates for people to just pay out of pocket. This is, a decision for the member to make, and these rates are actually discounted based on not filing to insurance. So it's just a flat fee rate, and it's actually a little bit less expensive than if you were to file through insurance and it not be covered. So we do offer that service for those who have an out-of-network situation, or maybe they're not insured or their benefits don't cover a service that we have.
Awesome. Okay, moving on to what you just mentioned, out-of-network insurance. Will you guys bill to an out-of-network insurance for the child and their family, or is that something that they need to, facilitate on their own time? What does that look like here at Child and Family Development?
Yeah, so we can file to your insurance, even if it's out of network, although we don't often because families would incur a larger balance out of pocket by us, filing to the insurance and then it coming back as out of network, not covered. So that self-pay rate is what is usually utilized, and then the member can take that bill and file it to your insurance and be utilized to your out-of-pocket deductible.
Awesome. So the normal, I guess, would say is that clients come in and they end up doing that self-pay rate if their insurance is out of network, but they are also able to go ahead and reach out to their insurance and see what type of reimbursement or different things they can get from their insurance. Awesome. Perfect. When clients come in with a secondary insurance, do they have to bill to that secondary insurance? Should they want to bill to that secondary insurance, and what do you normally see?
Mhm. So we do file secondary insurance, but you do not have to do that. Some people, for different reasons, don't want to. But with that, we do have a waiver that we would send out and have signed of just, understanding the liability of not filing to your secondary insurance and that you're only going to be filing to primary. And, whatever comes back as patient responsibility will be an out-of-pocket charge. And it just varies with different situations. Some people just may not want to file their secondary for whatever reason that is. But we do have the option to do that or not to do that. It is up to the member.
Yeah, and it could help. Correct me if I'm wrong with cost incurred if they are filing that primary, and then that secondary may be able to pick up some of that that the primary did not cover.
Right. We do see a lot of primary, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, private insurances, and then secondary Medicaid. So that in that case, that's a time that would help with cost incurred 100%.
Yeah. Absolutely. Awesome. So overall, who is responsible for acquiring insurance authorization through like a Medicaid or even a Blue Cross Blue Shield or those private entities as well? Who's responsible for acquiring those authorizations?
Yeah, so my team and we work with client services, and then also the clinician. We do obtain the authorization for any of those situations. We will verify the benefits and know whether or not authorization is required, and we will, before treatment, go ahead and obtain that and let the family know when it's ready. Or you can have the option of being seen without the authorization, paying that out of pocket charge, and then we'll use the insurance once we get authorization. But we do handle that.
Absolutely. That sounds awesome. And then what happens if a child's claim gets denied? What does that look like on your end? Is there anything that the family would need to do? And how is that handled?
Yeah, so we do see denied claims for a variety of reasons all of the time. Sometimes these denied claims can just be because of a billing error, and in that case, we do refile or correct the claim and send them out. These things that we can kind of monitor and go ahead and resubmit and get coverage for the denied claims. Now, there are situations where there's guidelines for, maximum visit met, different things of just the diagnosis not being covered. And in those cases, it is the member's responsibility to reach out to their insurance carrier about any of these unpaid or denied claims, especially, if they're if they think they're in error. And the member will also be responsible for filing any appeals in these situations. We do work with our families closely, and we do try and get in contact with the insurance companies, and if we think something was denied in error, get them reprocessed or get an answer as to why. But ultimately, the member has the most power, and it will be their responsibility as the policyholder.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I think that is the majority of the questions we have. And if anyone from here on out, client-wise has any questions in regards to billing, claims, anything along those lines, feel free to get in contact with our client accounts team, and they would be happy to give you some more information and help you figure out what's going on your end, on our end. And we really are here to support all our clients and their families in this journey. We appreciate you being here, Sarah, and we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Have a good one.